So Richard, in terms of, can you talk a little bit about the themes explored in the film? And
well, a lot of it was about Act 2 and Act 3 because the short story was sort of the blueprint for Act 1, and then it's almost about what happens after the button is pushed and what are the consequences for Norma and Arthur, and ultimately what can they do to save themselves or to redeem themselves, and will they kind of emerge from this with a greater understanding of who Arlington works for, who his employers are, and what are their intentions. So it definitely delves into a lot of really big themes, and I feel like it's hopefully a really intense thrill ride of a film that keeps you at the edge of your seat and makes you really question exactly, you're not going to know what's going to happen from moment to moment, and hopefully we hopefully have crafted a very suspenseful film, is what I hope, more than anything.
When I came out of the film, I was very aware of like the little homages that seemed to be, there was to Twilight Zone, to Body Snatchers, little moments, the nods to David Lynch and Stanley Kubrick. And from what you did in Donnie Darko, do you also have the same kind of puzzles and Easter eggs throughout the film?
There's a lot of detail in the film, there's a lot to discover, and hopefully it's the kind of movie that you'll talk about a lot when you're on your way home from the theater, and that you'll really ask yourself, what would you do if you were in this situation, and what do you see in yourselves in Arthur and Norma? Because these are two very moral characters. They're very kind people, and they have a son, and they're just trying to get by. They're living beyond their means, and I think a lot of people right now in the world are dealing with the consequences of living slightly beyond your means, with credit and mortgages and everything that's going on. And even though it takes place in 1976, it's very, hopefully has a lot of meaning today.
Oh, I think it does.
Yeah.
Do we have any questions? That's
yes.
one of the...
Where are you?
She also pushed the button.
Yeah, exactly. I did a bitch about why not?
Okay.
Can we get married in Vegas? Okay, cool. I always wanted to get married in Vegas.
Go ahead.
Hi, good morning. I just wanted to, this is actually for Richard. I just wanted to say that you're one of the freshest and most original voices of cinema for the past years. You are an amazing filmmaker, and watching you is like watching Kubrick, start out and really build, perfect this craft. My question comes to you in regards to Donnie Darko. I was wondering, what about your childhood inspired you to make that movie, or what?
Actually, everyone expects me to have this crazy demented childhood or something. I had the most normal upbringing, and maybe it was because my upbringing was so normal that it made me write crazy stories about a rabbit and a jet engine falling from the sky. It's funny, a lot of it I owe to my parents, who were really wonderful people, and the box, actually, Cameron and Jimmy are sort of playing versions of my parents, because my dad worked at NASA for 15 years, and my mom was a school teacher, and Cameron and Jimmy spent a lot of time with my mom and dad, and Cameron kind of does my mom's Texas accent and stuff. So it was really my parents who got me to be where I am today, and so this movie is sort of a tribute to them in a way, and there's not one swear word in the whole film.
Except for
no
frack.
swearing.
Except frack you, of course.
Yeah, no, yeah. We saw a guy with a t-shirt saying that. But it's an old-fashioned kind of suspense film that is something I think that they would really like. They introduced me to Alfred Hitchcock when I was a kid, so it's sort of for them. In a way.
Go ahead.
Hi, my question is for Cameron, but first I just want to let you know that when I was a little kid, my brother took me to see The Mask when it first came out in theaters, and to this day I still have a incredibly vivid memory of you walking in that red dress. And even though I was 5, I thought you were most beautiful I've ever seen.
I'm sorry if I've scarred you.
Quite the opposite. I was just, like he was saying, it's like a very Twilight Zone and sci-fi suspense thriller. I don't know if I've ever seen you in something like this, so it was like being part of that.
It was great.